So today is the kind of day that I would drink at work. Um, it's one of those days where we're just doing like mundane work, just kind of normally doing the daily grind stuff, and it's just not challenging, not really that exciting. It's just normal, everyday kind of stuff. And when I would think about it, as far as wanting to go to the store, wanting to make my day go by a little bit better, I noticed that I would, like, my heart would just start racing, like it would just start like beating in my chest, like I knew I was doing something wrong. And like when I would go to get the alcohol, when I go to pay for it, I'd have to like hold my debit card really, really tight because I knew that like my hands were shaking, and they would just shake uncontrollably, and I could just feel it in my hands, I can feel it in my arms, I would feel it in my chest, and I would just immediately get in my car and open up the first bottle and just down it as quickly as I could. I would just get it in my body. I just needed it right then and there. I needed it at that moment. And after a few minutes or so, and after everything started to kind of work its way through, kind of the jitters would die down a little bit, I would then most likely end up drinking the second one right then. I would just needed to get something in my body as quick as I could once I made that decision to do so. And then, I would tell myself, like, okay, that's enough. I got the jitters out. I can go back to work. I can, you know, um, hide them in my purse. My purse, zips, and so I can stick it in my drawer. No one's going to be going through it. And, I would mentally think about how I could get away with it for the rest of the day. And what I would do is I would twist the caps for the bottles so that way when I went to the bathroom later on in the day, I could just open it and not have to worry about the clicking sounds, not have to worry about the sound that it makes when I open up the bottle, that clicking noise, when you unscrew the top. So, I would have that all planned out so that way I could, go to the bathroom and be able to open the next bottle, and there would be nobody would know. To me, nobody would know. um, and I would mentally think about these things that I could do throughout my day just to hide it better. I would have Altoids at my desk that I would eat constantly. I would get, drinks that I could always be drinking. I would, have gum or whatever, something to kind of cover up some of the smell. But I just know I had to stink. I mean, honestly, like, I know some days it would not be just one little 4-pack. It would be 2 or 3, or, and I would have them in my purse. And so what I would do, you know, throughout the day is I would time it out. So I knew that if I had 2 bottles in my purse, I could have one at 1 o'clock. I could have one at 3 o'clock. And so that way, when I got out of work, I knew immediately, as soon as I was getting out of work, I was driving right back to the store, stopping at another store, buying the second one, and I would space them out throughout the day just so that way I knew I could make it my day while still being drunk, so still drinking throughout the day. And I know that, like, I would have this horrible fear of not having any the next morning, because once I started, I knew that the next day I would have a hangover, and there would be no way that I could function. There would be no way that I could get myself out of bed and, get ready for work, and, get the kids ready and get everybody going for the day if I was hungover. So I would, like, purposely hide one somewhere, carry it around with me, just do all the stupid things, and then, so that way I knew in the morning I would have at least one. So that way I could, fight off the detoxes, fight off the DTs, and fight off the shaking and the sweating and the mental shame and guilt, that I put myself through the day before, because I didn't want to face that. I didn't want to have to deal with what I just did, the day prior. So I would always make sure that I had something with me, at least just to get me to my car driving on the way of work. And then, another downhill spiral. Stopping at that gas station at 6 o'clock in the morning to buy the next round of what I could drink in the morning. Once again, spacing it out every, 90 minutes, every hour, whatever. So that way on my lunch break, I could go back and get more and space that out throughout the day. And then on my way home from work, get some more, space that out, have enough for the next morning. It would just literally could not stop. Just as soon as I got one in my body, I was immediately thinking about the next one. And I was immediately thinking about how am I going to get the next one? What time? How soon can I get it? What can I say to get out of work early? What can I say to step away from my desk for a few minutes? Like, what can I do to find a way to get the next one? And it was so mentally exhausting. It was so exhausting because the whole day I'm not thinking about work. I'm not thinking about my husband. I'm not thinking about my kids. I'm thinking about how am I going to get a way to get my next bottle? How am I going to do that? What can I say? Who can I convince? And played through all the scenarios, played through all the ways of doing it. It's such a nasty spiral to get into, and it's so hard to get out of. It really, really is. It's so hard to get out of, because once you get one, one is too many and 1,000's not enough. And that's why I just can't do one. I'll never be able to do one, because my body won't allow me to have one.